Hello and welcome to this demo video for the Twitter Statistics Analyzer. This is a standalone spreadsheet to analyze your Twitter statistics, which you can export from a website called analytics.twitter.com. But it also serves as a link with a social media export, social media report, which you'll be able to send data from the spreadsheet to another spreadsheet which we give away for free, which will actually allow you to compare 5 different sites. It'll be Google Analytics, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So I'll show you how to do that in a second. But the important thing here when you start off with is to set the sheets up correctly. So you can put your company name in over here. It doesn't go anywhere other than on the spreadsheet. And you can follow these instructions to get the data. I'll share that in a second. But first and foremost, what you need to do is assign a point value to each of these different actions. So in other words, your engagement, retweets, replies, like I've said, a like is worth 3 points, but a retweet is worth 6 points, and a reply is worth 4 points. So you can put in your own value here. All this does is it just adds more weight. So in other words, for me, I value a retweet more than I value a like. You may value a like more than you value a retweet. However you want to work it, you can assign points to each of these things so that you can actually kind of add weight to what actually happens to your Twitter in order to actually decide how you're doing. So if you put in a points value, now these points don't have to line up with the points you got in your social media report. If you're using a social media report, you don't need to marry up these points. This is a standalone thing for Twitter. These points won't get carried over to the social media report. That they have their own points. So once you've done that, all you need to do now is actually get hold of your export. So if you go to analytics.twitter.com, log in using your Twitter account, click on tweets, and now it shows you some stats. But you want to go to export data. But before we export data, I don't want to get lost when it does. I want to go from now. If you have a look on the spreadsheet, I've already downloaded data up until the end of August. So I need to start in September. But we all know that if you tweet on the 30th of August, you may get likes or retweets or whatever after August and September. So we want to kind of go back and redo the last few days just to make sure. So I normally do that as good practice. So I'm going to go back to say the 25th of August, and I'm going to end it on the 30th of September. And I'm going to say update. Now I've updated that. So now because I did the 25th of August, if you go back to your spreadsheet, I've sorted it by date order. So you can see there is up to the 25th of August. So when I paste the data, I'm not going to paste it directly afterwards. I'm going to paste it over this one to replace these last 4, which is what I've asked it to do. So now I click export data. So that one's busy exporting. While that's busy exporting, let's just take a look at this. We just want to make sure the layout is exactly the same. So normally you've got your normal tweets and then your promoted tweets. What we need to do is just make sure that these other ones will marry up. There we go. There's your data. Let's just take a look. Here you've got your normal tweets and then the promoted tweets. They haven't changed the layout. So that's all good. So now if I copy this data, so using Shift Control right and Shift Control down to get to the end of the data, that copy, remember we're not going at the bottom because we want to replace up to the 25th because we got to do from the 25th of August. So we go there, right click. Now never ever paste, because you can see paste will ruin the spreadsheet. It'll lock it down, it'll cause endless grief, and it won't actually work. You use paste values so that it keeps the format of the new spreadsheet. So whenever you're copying and pasting into any of these spreadsheets, always paste values. So we click paste values. Now that's replaced August. It puts it the other way around. So all we do is we just sort from A to Z by date. Now we can go and check. All right, we've gone down to 29th of September. I don't think I tweeted after that in September. And that is your data update. So now if you have a look at your general statistics, you've got all the different figures there. I'm not going to go through them. You can actually read through those and have a look and see exactly what's going on with your Twitter. You've got ranking tables, which actually pulls out, that ranks the tweets. Now these are based on your points. So remember those points we entered at the beginning? this says that this tweet earned 153 points according to my rating system, and the next one was 87. So that stands alone quite a bit. And you can actually see your rank of your tweets. It's at the top 10 of normal and the top 10 of paid. I haven't done any paid, so they're all blank. But you can have a look at the top 10 of paid and free tweets. And then if I go to time breakdown, this is quite interesting. You can actually have a look at the different times of the day as to your average points and average impressions earned. So you can see, what time of the day would be the best for you to be tweeting. You can see average points and average impressions over the different times. So that's all what it does as far as the data that you put in is concerned. But what it also does is it forms a social media export. Now, there's another spreadsheet. If you click here, you can sign up for our emails, our monthly newsletters, and you'll receive the link to download that social media report for free. All you need to do is put in the dates that you chose. Now, this database has got a certain number of rows. Let's just have a look. We've got 1,000 rows in that database. So depending on how quickly you get up to 1,000 tweets, you can fill up that. Assuming that you don't fill that up in a year, if you've got a year's worth of data, you can actually get the data here on a month-on-month basis. So what it does is it puts down the whole financial year. All you've got to do is select here when your year starts, and this would be the starting date as per your social media report, so that they all line up. And then you can actually export this data to the social media report with a copy and paste values like we did before, and that will help you to compare all the different social media accounts that we've got spreadsheets for. So yes, I hope that makes sense, and that you're able to use these for your benefit, and I hope that this helps you to really get on top of your Twitter and show you exactly how you're doing with your marketing. Thank you very much. Goodbye.